Hello, this is Running Robert, and today we're going to be talking about the SCYNEXIS SCYX Partnership Deal Analysis. And today is the 10th of April, 2023. In this episode, we're going to be looking at the bullish and the bearish parts of the deal and just going into more detail with it. So I generally follow small cap stock, I do games, I do whatever. So if you like what I'm doing, hey, please like and subscribe. And if you have a stock that you want me to look into, hey, please leave it in the comments below. And thank you. Disclaimer is the company remained on my watch list, but I never took any investment since my last video in 2022. That's based on the sales that I saw coming from it. I'm an amateur investor, and any advice given should be followed by your own due diligence. And any information given is valid for today, the 10th of April, and this slideshow will not be updated. However, with new news and new quarterly reports, new slideshows. Okay, so what happened? So SCYNEXIS got a huge licensing deal from GSK. And we're going to kind of look at a lot of the deal right now. So it's $90 million upfront, which is an incredible deal just to begin with. That's going to give them 2 years of cash based on what they have, which means they'll be able to get pretty much the next big thing on the development list, which is this $260.5 million in development, regulatory, and first commercial sales milestones. So this all hinges on the first one is the Mario study. So that's $75.5 million if it is positive. I assume that everything else here will go as planned. If it is negative, this is all going to be kind of worthless. And then $242.5 million in sales milestones. The milestones really don't excite me that much. It's a decent amount of money, but obviously if you're selling $1 billion of drugs per net annual and you're getting a mid-teens range, you're probably pretty good for a company. So yeah, like I said, it's a wonderful deal. And so the really question is what, why, and how? So my first thought is GSK must be smoking something good because this deal seems extremely friendly towards SCYNEXIS since total sales last year were about $5 million. The company did receive an additional indication in December, but I don't believe that market is large enough to really make a huge difference. It's the Mario study, which can be found in clinicaltrials.gov. Is set to be completed early in 2024, and the successful trial and approval is worth that $260 million. And I think that is what GSK is betting on, because that's, just on that's $350 million you're giving them. That's a good amount of money. So that's kind of what they're looking at. So now we will get into the investment thesis, and it's really all about Mario, our favorite plumber, unfortunately, and it's worth $260 million. The company does have enough money to get to approval of the new indication, and that might be with a little help of the Mario study. If it is successful, it's $75.5 million of that 260. The company loss from operations last year was about $85 million. I do expect the company to spend a little bit less with this deal in place. The market cap currently sits at $115 million, and that's at the 10th of April, 2023. And all of a sudden, you're like, wait a minute, $260 million deal, market cap of $115. Some of the negative parts, which we have to, of course, stress, is I believe that the warrants at $345 are most likely sold, which could send the stock downward, but would provide the company extra cash, which will get this to approval, which is not necessarily a negative thing, but it might have a short-term indication on the stock. And of course, the largest negative at the moment is that the Mario trial is not successful, as GSK definitely knows the risk and rewards of it. Like I said, we'll know that in early 2024. If the trial is not successful, everything that we've talked about is it's worthless. I don't think GSK would stay in the deal for very much longer after that. So the summary is the company, I think, it's definitely going to move up on the watch list. It was kind of at the bottom, definitely going to move up as it should. The deal is almost too good to believe, and with the possibility of $260 million payout just for the trial. Like, this is, not looking at sales. This is just trial and approval and stuff like that. $120 million seems like this is an easy deal. So most likely, my thought process is we will see the stock moving upwards somewhere in Q4 2023 while waiting results. Because like I said, the results are 2024, so I would expect a pretty decent upward movement at some point. When that upward movement starts, it will not stop until it hits some kind of peak, probably at double the stock price that we're seeing now, maybe even a little bit more. So I hope this has been informative for you guys and ladies. And thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day.